Boston College Eagles, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. So Boston College's return team will have that offense backed up. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock, he can catch the ball, he can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Boston College wants to play fast.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On third down, he drops to throw. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Boston College will send out the punt team. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So Georgia Tech's offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Snagged in the middle, it's Taylor. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
They'll try the run. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Boston College right back to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Out of the gun, the inside give. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there. They'll pin their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Makes the catch right at the 50. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
And the pass is intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
You know, I think when you're trying to throw against this guy, especially when he's in zone coverage, you got to anticipate the throws. You got to get it out before your receiver turns around to look. Because if you're even half a second too late, he makes you pay with interceptions.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw it. Buys a little time. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. The quarterback bought a little time, got away from a couple of guys, but it's like he was drinking from a fire hose, and soon enough, it was pouring like an avalanche coming down a mountain.
I guess that means there was a lot of pressure, but nowhere to go, man. I mean, just staying strong in the pocket and shrugging people off of him, but just couldn't do enough. They're going to have to do a better job protecting him.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him. Boston College will send out the punt team. Takes it on the return. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get back to that.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Getting some heat. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of...
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Easy. Give to the running back. Nifty little dance step. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Boston College wants to play fast. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Powers forward. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Boston College! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Lisa, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And the returner will be brought down. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback, right?
Off he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. With the catch, it's Barlow. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot against zone coverage, covered 3. And that corner, he's got the deep third of the field. So he's watching the quarterback the entire time. He sees the ball thrown. He's able to react to it and come away with the pick.
Oh, it's a fumble. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those are plays that you don't think.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now on first down from the 28. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. It's Taylor. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots, you soften up the coverage, you get those safeties playing deep, and that's going to open up your running game later on.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Hit as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
On his feet at the 40. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Being right at the 50-yard line, I think the head coach is sensing a huge opportunity to score points here. I know 4th and 3, it's not great odds, but they're able to dial up a perfect play.
Throws toward the end zone. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Houston is just getting blown off the field right now in H-Town, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Paula, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Hold it, open.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Golden Eagles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Catch in the middle. It's McCluster. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. They keep attacking through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harris. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
The Golden Eagles will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got it in the middle. It's McCluster. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Trying to get to him. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys. Looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the flats at Bobby Dodd Stadium.
And the Golden Eagles will boot it away to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point.
He lets it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Finds his man, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And it's caught inside the 15. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Yellow Jackets are marching down the field. Caught over the middle. It's Donald. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. He has been surgical. Precision passes using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Golden Eagles moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. They're bringing heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
The short hands, it's McCluster. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They'll run the screen. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a second down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Release to the back. Makes the catch. It's Alexander. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. The Yellow Jackets have it for the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. On second down, he'll let it fly. The throw to the outside is complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Boston College right back to the line.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. from the gun on third down. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Boston College putting together a very efficient drive. Gives it to the back on the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Off the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Touchdown, Boston College. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. On the option. Quick toss. He's out past the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Going up top on first down. He's got his man. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, you know, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Barlow. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
That's caught. It's Harris. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Just drives it between the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. North Carolina ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory. And they... This team is a buttoned-up group. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well,
give him 6. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Got it on the outside. It's McCluster. Stopped after making the catch. Boston College wants to play fast. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got his man downfield. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Eagles. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep leading the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Smashes him with the stiff arm. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. After run, now throw. Time to take a shot. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. They're trying to get to it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Here comes the offense on second down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Catch in the middle, it's Richard. Oh, ball's out! The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way.
And this really puts it out of reach. I mean, it was already a tall order, and you had to be aggressive in this situation, but now with this turnover, this one's all but over.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And the pummeling has started. PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Offense gets set for second down. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. On second down, he's looking downfield. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
Deep shot for the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well, but now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well. know.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Going up top. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And after this play, the cake will be baked.
Here we go. Reload.
Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team.